What is up, my fellow gamers? How's it going? How are we? Oh man, it's a Monday. I'm so happy to be here. Hey, is it about that time? I think it might be. I think it is indeed about that time. What is up, everyone? My name is NotQuiteChrome. You can call me Chrome, though, and welcome to the Chromecast. Hope you all are having a beautiful Monday evening, Tuesday morning, Monday afternoon, wherever you are. I hope it's a good one. Hi. I know it's been a second. I'm sorry. Last week I didn't get around to streaming, but I'm really, really happy to be here with you guys today. And not only that, we're finally back with some more disco. I am so stoked to finally be back with some more disco. Hello, Megalo. Hello, Brandon. How we doing? Hopefully y'all are doing good. We're going to dive right in because it has been a hot second. But before we can, we got to get a certain somebody back on the stream. You know him. You love him. You've missed him. Hey, Randall. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi. I know it's been a hot second.
I exist.
He's still kicking.
Corporeal.
He's still kicking, everybody. Thank God. Otherwise, I'd be very, very sad.
Of my enemies.
Exactly. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
I feel that. Well, here, let's, in the spirit of doing fine, let's go ahead and get this in. What do you mean he's duplicated? Is he? Go ahead and talk, Randall.
Hello, I am twice.
Oh, shit, you are. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. I try and fix. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, you may just end up being twice, and we might just have to sit with that. Also, Disco is not responding, so that's fun. We're off to a great start, you guys.
This is turning out just as great as when I was hearing it over the phone.
I know. Y'all missed it. Basically, Randall, I was trying to get my audio separated because Streamlabs totally futzed out on me. And well, here we are. Okay, we're starting. That's good. Here's what I'm gonna try.
I will tell you from my experience that the Discord audio is also futzing out a little sometimes.
Oh, fun! Love to hear that.
Yeah. I think it's just when sometimes you're a little quiet for Discord, but you're loud enough to where I can still kind of, I think, hear it in Twitch.
Got it. Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to try and do something here. We're going to stop hearing the game audio for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And now we're going to try this again. From here. Let's see. Can I get it? Here. Okay. Did that work? Okay. It seems to have worked. Okay. So now go ahead and talk.
Hello.
Okay. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Fantastic. I'm going to turn down the audio on the game just a bit. Turn you up just a little. Yeah, Streamlabs loves to do this to me. As soon as I finish up. Okay. Game audio is just a little high. Yeah, I turned it down. Quite a bit. Though this music is great.
I'm getting a phone call.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
Okay. But hey, at least we get to enjoy this beautiful soundtrack. I'm gonna check something on Discord really quick, just to make sure I sound okay. Hello? Okay, I sound fine. So at least there's that. Always more audio issues than video, no matter the stream. I know. One day, I will get an actual like audio setup that isn't just my that isn't just you know random cables. Like the thing that y'all missed before the stream started was I had been trying to figure out how to split Discord and like desktop audio, and the guy that I like, it was like, here's how to do it, download this software, and I did. But the thing is that I realized too late that the video was like from like 2 years ago, and the software had updated since then and updated poorly, and so everything was screwy. I had to uninstall it. It was just like, ugh, so. And then it turns out that Streamlabs updated their shit, so I didn't even know it was different. Yeah, I had to restart my computer like 3 separate times, but seems like we're doing better now. Hello, Ivysaur. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. You love this game. I know. I'm excited to play it. We've played a little bit of it, but hopefully we'll get to some more today. Let's see. That sounds worse than finding the old "never mind, fixed it" answers. I know, dude. It's the worst. I'm always wary when people like are like, just download this software. It makes everything easier. It's like, not really. Or at least not for me, not in this case, because then you got to get Streamlabs to cooperate, you got to get Discord to cooperate. In my area of expertise, you got to get VoiceMod to cooperate. It's just, ugh, it's such a rigmarole.
You know who isn't hard to get to cooperate? Me. Hello, I have returned.
Yay. So
I just had to tell a multi-level marketing scheme that I was not going to accept their job offer.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah, I had an interview today, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna make you go do door-to-door sales for 2 to 4 weeks, and then we're gonna bump you up to the next level of training, and and, you know, then there's a level after that where you get to, you know, manage your own location, and we're working, like, they had AT&T as their main client, which, like, gave them some level of credibility, but getting actually in there and realizing that it's still literally a multi-level marketing scheme. Like, even if it's not a scam, it's... It's...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope, I hear ya. Okay, we're back. We're back in disco. What the hell has happened? I have a bag.
Disco.
Yeah, I have a bag for some reason. Let me see. Okay, what do I have? Tools, chain cutters, flashlight, pry bar, clothes, items, tenant's handkerchief. Oh yeah, journal. Okay, let's take a look. Inspect the body hanging in the backyard. Okay, we haven't gotten the body down. I don't believe. No. Then yeah, we need to, we called the station for additional funds. They laughed at us. And we quickly backtracked on that. Yeah, we need to try and find our badge and our gun, I think. We don't have our gun yet. Okay, keep searching for the caller. That's right. We did call somebody and it ended up being a recording.
That was us talking to a ghost recording inside of the answering machine of the building next door to the Whirling in Rags.
Yes. Exactly. Okay, yeah, and I've got this stuff in the thought cabinet. I'm carrying this bag, I think, because I was going to try and get more money.
Yes,
I
the
think.
bag is where you hold recyclable materials because remember
go.
the ongoing themes of holy crap, is this rock bottom?
Right.
Where
Yes.
one of your primary methodologies for collecting funds is going to be gathering tear,
Right.
which is basically trash.
And then we stumbled across this. There's a strike going on, I think.
Yes.
And we can't get past this guy, question mark?
So,
how long ago was your last stream? Months.
Yeah. So, I can give you a pretty decent description of what's happening before we make any major commitments.
Okay.
So, what is currently happening is the original investigation that you had of the body was, I believe, directing you towards the dock workers union. Because those guys work as essentially a de facto policing force around here. Almost. And they're doing some very nefarious seeming organized crime things. They have currently shut down the dock due to a dispute within the union. So that is why no one is able to get in or out.
Right.
You
everybody's just
have
standing
been
around.
You have been told that if you want to open the door, you can. You just have to hit the button behind Measurehead, who is the massive man on top of the building.
Right here, the guy I'm looking at.
Yeah, on top of the gate.
Yeah. And
I should be able to answer most other questions as well, if you've got anything else.
Is the other voice one of the skills in this game that represent the crazy parts of your brain? I mean, basically. That's essentially who Randall is.
I would say that I fit that role rather well. Thank you, person. That was an excellent description.
Massive man in the Yakuza font. Yeah. Your body betrays your degeneracy.
100% that Measurehead's a Mr. Shakedown. Also, you'll start to understand some very interesting things about Measurehead.
What do you mean my body destroy? Okay. Be sure to add a point to Randall next time you level up. Okay. Noted. That's not gonna do jack. He appreciates. What do you mean my body betray? My body does not betray my degeneracy.
You have succumbed to alcohol.
Oh, alcohol. Right. His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
Reek of it. An invisible sword of alcohol emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kim, is it really so bad? I don't have a problem. I just drink a little on the weekends. Kim, is it really so bad? Thanks, Kim.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Thanks. The game sounds a little too quiet. Okay, I can change that. Let me up it just a tad. Okay. Okay, I upped it quite a bit. Let me know if I need to turn it down. Yeah, thank you for the heads up on the volume. I can always use help balancing.
All right. So
I don't have a problem with alcohol. You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Enough, I need you to open the door to the harbor. That's not gonna work. I already know that. Just drink a
Your
little
mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghoul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
okay. So we're getting real interesting now.
Okay. Occidental Haplogroup B4. Have we heard that name before?
No, but it
Okay.
is a real thing.
Oh. Right,
Like
'cause I know
not
that
like
you
a
told
real
me about-
thing as in like a real thing in the real world.
Oh.
But the language is very reminiscent of something.
Huh. The ham sandwich race is waning. Okay.
That's a clue.
Just let me make this clear. I'm not a drunk cop. I just need you to help me do my job. please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity,
Whoa.
and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Okay. So, all of the stuff he's spouting is very, very archaically termed race science nonsense.
Yeah.
So, this is a kind of person that does not exist in the way that most people see racism, but this is like boss level racism you're fighting against.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's saying a lot of insane stuff. But the ham sandwich race, you might guess, kind of means in the equivalency here, because there are no like races as they would exist in the real world. But you see that there's a lot of cultural influence here and there. Like, this guy's speaking with a French accent, but he's using a lot of rhetoric that you would be seeing in, like, alt-right American, like, message boards and stuff. Like, this is the stuff that was showing up in, like, the politics board of 4chan back in the day.
Yeah.
Talking about, you know,
How they've
all this
fallen,
kind of-
what you've done before, and how amazing
yeah,
that was.
white
and, like,
culture
when it
is
actually
dying,
was,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, very white culture is dying. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
mathematically racist, exactly. Though I gotta say, inexplicably potato obsessed is a fantastic insult for somebody outside of the race card.
Yeah, despite the fact that it is actively used to mock the Irish and the Polish.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay.
So, one of the funny things, though, is this is you you're used to maybe the idea of a racist from what you know in American culture, where you
Right.
imagine a fat, balding white guy talking about how much better he is than, you know, what genetic superiority, am I right, gamers?
Right, yeah.
But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
this dude's like 8 feet fucking tall and is jacked as hell, and now how do you how do you go
Yeah.
up against that?
Yeah. I feel like I'm between 1 and 3. I feel like 3 will kind of like prove him right. Like, I feel like appealing to his ego is gonna help me, but also this is just logic of like, no, but I think he might see this as weakness. It's very clear that he's not about weakness here. I don't know.
So, an interesting thing here is, remember the thought cabinet that we have. Can you open that up, actually? Or not the thought cabinet, the emotions.
This?
Can you open
No.
the emotions menu for this?
Yes.
Perfect. So, the game goes... The logic isn't like here, I don't think, literally, but the game is written by a writer and a big, like, political guy.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning
a lot of the thoughts you have in here exist in the idea that everyone else has these kinds of things.
Right.
Like, people have asked, like, what Kim's stats are. And he might have different stats from you, but he would share some things. And, like, the developer said Kim's composure is fucking insane. Like, his composure would be, like, his highest stat. So, think about it in the same way that this guy also has stats that are talking to him. And in the fact that he's referring to your race in this sense as being tragically, like, fallen from grace,
Right.
I think you're right in the thinking that he would see that as a sign of weakness, agreeing with what he says. Try to think like how, you know, if you were talking to some kind of bodily obsessed, surrounded by women, constantly seeking projections of his own masculinity that also has alt-right views. Basically, this is an Andrew Tate boss fight.
Yeah, exactly. No, this guy's absolutely Andrew Tate. Which is why I'm almost curious about 3, because it's like, yeah, okay, can you just, like, move, please? Like, you know, not arguing with him,
Yeah.
but come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back.
That one's not bad either.
I'm gonna go with that
It
one.
is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the arbor.
Okay, so you're saying I gotta sober up first? You're right about all this,
Well-
I just need you to let me in.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Ew.
Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art.
Subscribe to
and
his
your
advanced
microcephalic
race
skulls.
theory. No.
This is providing you with an opportunity. Here's what the
Okay.
game is telling you. You might be able to actually have a discussion with him where you can convince him to let you go aside, but you have to actually consider what he's saying and subscribe to it. You will have to actually add advanced race theory into your thought cabinet so you can communicate with him in his own language.
Ugh.
So it's you don't have to take that route.
Yeah.
You can decide, I don't want to do that. I have principles. This lets you play, you can play like a super alt-right asshole character in the game.
For
and
sure.
Kim stays around with you for a very decent amount of time because he's a fucking professional.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, it's really up to you as to what you want to do with this.
I like this. You serve the union, don't they? Don't you? Aren't they? Right? Or what are
Yes,
your
get more
tattoos?
information
Yeah.
before we do white checks.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this.
Well, sure, considering
The
you're insulting
race
Irish
enigma
people.
runs much deeper than that.
I'm really bored with you.
Okay.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Yeah.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam
Okay.
is a mysterious fourth thing.
Yeah, so this is a question where it wants to indicate where the character actually thinks on communism. You can become a communist or an individualist as like a thing. It tracks these questions, and eventually you can become like a communism cop, which gives you specific benefits.
Interesting.
And I apologize to like hang on this racist every word here, but also it's just a very interesting character in that it's it's a political theory coming from what in the world is a non-individualistic culture that did not end up being a communist. So
Right.
this guy's already saying that your culture is communist and individualistic as a race.
Right. Yeah.
So how does that
individualism-
make sense?
Yeah.
So even though like he might be like blinding some people with what he says, if you look deeper, there's even some stuff that like we as people who don't live in the world can see that are holes in his logic already.
Yeah. Serves noble to take. Yeah, your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure as lax and moronic. Individualism is my jam. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like. Though this is really funny. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Oh yeah, no, the mysterious fourth thing.
That's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah, then do it.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Got them from disco, actually. It's true. I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel.
You
kind
can
of-
become a rock and roll cop, like a former rock star cop, and that's one of the rock star cop lines.
Right. Culture does not affect my thinking. Gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Ooh, this
So now you can
guy-
actually ask about the Seminoles people.
Yeah.
Much like the real world, unfortunately, if you want to get information from someone who's willing to give it to you, you usually have to talk to a racist.
Yeah, and like they're gonna give me actual like facts.
Yeah. So you're going to learn more about the world, but through the eyes of this guy.
Who are the
Or you can try to just push past him. You don't have to interact with all of the insane like race stuff that he does, but there's so much surprising depth to all of the writing here.
I love this. I've recently experienced head trauma.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I can see that. The Seminoles are
Oh
the
my
South
god, haplogroup.
Island
No
race.
wonder. Yeah, I remember learning about that in biology.
A4A.
Yeah.
The rightful
Yeah.
masters of the Insulindian
She's
archipelago.
covering
We descend from the
what's it called?
Areopagites of ancient
the
Pericarnasis
skull thing.
and arrived here 4,000
Yeah.
years ago.
the measuring of like the bumps on the skull. It was a early scientific practice used to
We are the
hand wave a lot of
future.
racist stuff.
That is all you need to know.
Send from that. Wait, so he is a Seminese.
Yeah, he's Seminese, and he's saying the ham sandwich race. Yeah, they all lost the culture war. It's my race that's winning the culture war. Also, yeah, the guy's name is Measurehead. Thank you, Lactose Bandit. Phrenology. He has phrenology tattoos all over his body.
Wow. Born.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young
Genetic dreams.
Seminese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from.
No, I have heard about it on the radio.
So he's not really he's not really Seminese. He's just heard about them on the radio.
He's like, oh my god.
He's never been to the country that he says he is from. Like, his race might be from that country, but he's never been. And he hears about it on the radio. I will remind you, this is a world where television does not technically exist, I don't think.
Huh. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Cool.
So you're not really,
Not really
Seminese.
Seminese. You're just from
You're
Reva.
just
You know
from
what?
Revachol.
That was a really interesting thing when I went to Ireland. When I studied abroad in Ireland, that was a big thing. That was like one of the first things that the RAs there told us, study abroad kids. They're like, just so you know, never say that you're Irish, because you're not. You're American. You are not Irish. Like, you may have Irish heritage, but you're not Irish. That is something that they were very, very adamant about. And that was fascinating, right? Because here in America, it's such a big thing to be like, yeah, I'm this percentage Irish, I'm this percentage German. For me, it's like half and half. Hi, Matt. Thank you for the lurk. But like over there and in other cultures, it's very much like, no, I mean, you're not from here, so you're not us. So like, you know.
Yeah.
But and it's not necessarily in a derogatory way. It's just in a fuck off American way. And
It's once again an individualistic kind of thing. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, because that's such an integral part of American culture.
yeah, so you're not really
But-
from 70s. You're just from
I'm
Revachol.
from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol.
Uh-huh.
The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Yeah, Kim, what the fuck?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this
You
conversation.
know what?
Your
Absolutely
pedomorphic
fair.
friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
Okay. I want to just say, he just said that Kim looks like a molester. So,
Oh.
you can try to knock him out.
No, I have an
Oh.
8% chance of that winning.
Hey, but that's not 0.
Ugh.
Or you could also just leave. Or you could ask him
Yeah.
about the tattoos.
I'm gonna ask about the-
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby.
There's a character called the
not
racist
like
lorry
them.
driver that you have not
I am
talked to yet, that I think the
craniometric
game expects you to
perfection.
talk to first,
I
because
have
that's the
taken
example of the dumb
trouble to
racist, and this is the
permanently
example
draw
of the
a
smart racist,
phrenologic grid
quote unquote.
on my skull and features.
Taking the
This
trouble
should dispel any doubt.
to draw a phrenologic grid on. Yeah.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Let's use visual calculus to
That
neg this
atavistic
racist.
stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh. So wait, and you can also go back and select more things from the previous selections.
Okay.
So, like, if you go through the tattoo dialogue again, I believe you can
Welcome
ask him
to
about,
Rip.
you can talk about the
The
earlobes.
drawings are precise.
Yeah,
and
so
look
now you
true
can
to
tell
their
him about the earlobes.
pseudo-scientific
Your
ambitions.
earlobes are too big.
The size of the earlobes is not a real craniometric criteria. Everyone knows this.
Your earlobes are flawless, Jean-Luc.
Yes.
Hmm. Sure, I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and
Oh.
sexual inaccountability.
Uh-huh.
From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
Wow.
It is
Alright, well, you
impossible
were inviting
to
it.
see any more of your bone structure.
Uh-huh.
It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Uh-huh. Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sur la Clé and the other
Your
Vesper?
racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce
All
while
Rivasholians.
under the
Wouldn't that also be
influence
you?
of Al-Ghul. That
Yes.
is the only reason you are here.
But because you bested him in craniometrics, you do get an extra point in being able to knock him out.
Should I try it? That's a really...
It's a 10%. You can give it a shot. See what happens. Holy fuck, you did it!
Just like that, instinct
Okay.
took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
Did I fucking break his neck?
The man is reeling,
No.
gasping for air. Time
Not
stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you
Okay.
hear is a small gurgling
Got a
sound
decision.
as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
So, I'm going to tell you now that I think in this situation, the only one that results in anything successful is the flying spin kick. Because I think if you wait too long, and if you try to hit him with the right hook, he blocks it. I think you need to hit him with the spin kick, actually.
Okay. Alright. Is there a quick time? Oh my god!
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
You know what's really funny is that my stream title is literally "Burn Baby Burn Disco
Hell yeah,
Inferno."
Disco Inferno, because that's some disco
Slam your
shit.
fist on the button. The man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
No one is the new measurehead.
Thank you,
Let's
Tim.
go before he gets up.
As you
Oh,
turn,
yeah.
a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at
Yeah.
lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar,
You want to become a superstar law officer?
Establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Hey, that's some pretty damning evidence right there. You just get that racist with a massive spin kick and knocked him out in the first try.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go.
No,
Camera.
fuck you.
Lights.
Wait, what's that about ludicrous?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the
So you're
beginning of
deciding-
your legend.
You're deciding to become a legend in an event to reinvent yourself as a superstar cop.
Oh man.
Bro, this is I think the best way to start.
Yeah, fuck
With a
it.
sudden flash, the world
Yeah!
freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
So now you can go to your thought cabinet and start work as... you've got one more spot down at the bottom right. You can internalize some kind of superstar.
Oh my god. You know,
You're gonna
sure.
you're gonna be a little diluted. You've got -2 to logic for a while, but once you're
Oh.
done thinking up and doing the mental gymnastics, man. So you press the button to unlock the door. Hooray! You did it! Holy shit! Actually,
The man is still.
Okay, good. All right.
so I believe you just opened up the door right there.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I gotta save.
Oh yeah, 100% save. Also, maybe so I can get an excuse to get up and go to the bathroom. 1 second.
Okay. Save. There you go. Well, guys, Chrome the Superstar Cop. You never thought you'd see the day. And honestly, neither did I. But, you know, here we are. Also, wow, okay, so we're in this place. Hey Kim.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We're better together if we have a little more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Let me a secret about
No.
yourself. No. Oh,
The
okay.
lieutenant nods.
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
No, I don't. Glasses are cool, I guess.
I guess you don't need glasses then.
I don't like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is
It's a
Seoul?
part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Everything's interesting about you, Kim.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
Really making it
I
sound.
am back.
Hello. I'm asking Kim about where he came from.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, no, the sale's really interesting actually.
Oh, where's
You're
this now?
barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
Yeah, I asked the tell me a big secret about yourself, and he goes, no.
Yeah.
You ever talk about
What
yourself?
do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking. Do you ever have conversations with like
I
a
have
friend?
no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic, but this isn't an old school case.
I get it. So how do you, So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? I get it. You're one of those old school.
So what? That makes you the new school?
No.
God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good.
So,
Let's change the subject.
Kim's playing the game just like you, but his shit's written on paper.
Okay. Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. This is a Dewey typewriter. Final name is on the back. At the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. Standard office file cabinet. Doors seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. A dark liquid in the pile looks almost sentient. A giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the rest. Here's emitting strange buzzing sounds.
These are the stairs to the rooftop to grab. Hey, look at
Looks
that.
like
That's your
someone
jacket.
left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
Lieutenant, I think that's mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
Think I should get
The
it?
service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
I want to hug him.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Okay.
Yeah. You get extra shivers and esprit de corps. That is going to be one of your best in slot items for a while, because those are
Okay.
two really cool skins.
Sick. Let's go this way. For now.
I will say there is a couple more things that are back in that office that you might not have seen. So when you hold the alt, so you see how there's that little stack right next to your leg?
This one. Ooh.
And also there, I think, might be something in the bathroom. Yep.
Magnesium. Sure. Oops. And this. And office shades.
On
And a
second
locker.
glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see
Let's
what's
get into some
inside.
morally
You
gray
think
police
the drawer
work.
opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
I love Kim's yeah, that's really unfortunate that they just left this open. Like, wow. They
Damn
really
shame.
should
They
know
really should be better about their
Hundreds
office
of
security.
documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock. are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
I'm going to
So-
damn it.
You don't. It's a white check. We might not need to like save for a white check, but something you can do is you can back out of the conversation possibly and see if there's any gear you could put on that might increase your volition. I don't think we have anything, but still, a 58's not bad. And once you get another point of volition, that'll go up.
Okay.
The draw slides.
Let's see. What have I got? Visual calculus.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Put that on somewhere
Oh no. That's just an item.
as a hat.
So you can't equip anything that's in the items tab, I don't think. You can equip tools though. The items are things that I believe you can sell or may come up at other points in the story. But like the postcards, you can usually just sell for money.
Okay. I don't have anything, so
The file cabinet stands
Yeah,
steady
just
as
give it
ever.
a shot.
And the
We can come back
unlocked
later,
drawer
and volition's something that
slides
you'll
out.
probably put another point in
Whatever's
later.
hidden here.
Oh
is
wow, look
hidden
at
now.
that.
Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
look at the
It
note.
appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letter. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, it's due note with the list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Remember, Leo, all items on the list have been crossed out, and the drawer slides shut.
So that doesn't
Okay.
seem very helpful for now. Oh,
Oh,
so this is an interactable. So this is a book that you can actually read, and what it does is it's how you pass the time when you need to wait for a certain time of day.
oh, okay.
I don't recommend that we get too deep into the book now, just because
An imposing
it would
combination of a punch clock
use
and
up a lot of
payphone
time,
is looking down at you
and
from
we
the
still need
wall.
to make sure that we have a place to sleep.
Right.
Oh, I will also say, I know you put away the bag because you don't like having it out. It is the only way you can pick up the stuff from the environment to actually make the money off the plastic.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Okay.
Yeah, just like see all those bottles there, you wouldn't notice.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did you do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
That's really sad. I must have had a lot of fun.
I am, but it doesn't matter
Oops,
right
I
now.
didn't mean to.
Let's just move on.
I didn't mean to click that. Oh well. Oh, so many bottles. Gimme.
Exactly.
Kim, help me.
No,
No. You are an embarrassment.
I'm just going to watch and slowly walk over all of the bottles that are left on the ground.
Kim.
I'm stomping on the litter to show people that I do not like littering.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
I'm gonna take a look.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
I'm gonna leave that.
Let's get going. The entire neighborhood can see us up here.
That doesn't go.
Where do we go? Oh, down here. Okay. My pine trees are printed onto the screen. Yeah, because it's a whole thing of like no one's supposed to be in or out of here, right? It's kind of the whole
Yeah,
point.
currently while the strike's going on, nothing's moving in and out of the dock.
And the fact that we're here is like pretty cool.
You are technically trespassing. Don't expect to deal with a lot of consequences from that.
Industrial living. Balsam. Okay.
Oh,
Whale fjord.
you forgot there was also a button down there that you did not press. Down that staircase. You're about to press it.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
The crane does not return to its original position.
Okay.
Now maybe you can check out the storage container.
Yes. Finished your first ever focaccia, like making it? That's pretty cool.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Something special.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's some contraband in there?
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Not
No
good.
reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
So,
Persuade
I
the door
want to
open.
tell you that is the only way to open the door.
Is persuading it to open.
And it makes perfect sense once you get it right. And you will seem like a complete psychopath until you do.
Oh boy, I don't have anything to up my rhetoric. I don't have anything.
I think, though, that this is a check that gets a little easier every time you try it. Like
Okay.
every day, in addition to the thing.
Sure.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Yeah, why am
Why
I?
are you what?
Anything at all?
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Do What do I do here?
Okay. So maybe we can get some more rhetorical later, but there is a way to persuade the door open. There's some stuff back there on the
Container,
coffee table.
container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Those are you people in
I
scabs.
mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Welcome to Average Man, Easy Leo.
Easy. Hey, Leo, wait a minute. That's the guy that the note that we saw.
Look at number 5.
Are you Leo who wrote the note about making more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the
Oh,
borscht?
yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
I love this man.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
You mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
So he's helping feed the people that are striking.
He's feeding the strike workers with the special borscht at the Whirling and Rats.
Who makes it at the
Oh,
whirling?
the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Something is off about this borscht. I was gonna say it sounds like it's drugged. If it's like makes him feel all warm, and, like, or at least it's
Perhaps.
alcohol.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
What are you doing with the
Oh,
containers?
I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh,
So it's easier for the crane
this
operators
is
to
a
spot them.
red check. You can come back later to try this again, but this is the first time you will be able to. This is the only time you can ask. You are currently suffering from delusions thanks to the thought cabinet.
Okay, let me come back. to
Sure.
that.
I
mister.
believe you can
About
turn
what?
off the thought and then come back and try that check. It was some kind of superstar.
Okay.
So you could
Stop.
stop that currently. And internalize it later.
Encyclopedia. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, so you're cool here.
So
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers.
Hey, a 42
That's
is
Yes, I
much
not
am.
better.
terrible.
Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot
it's
them.
not great though. It's still pretty low. What
Yeah,
do you think?
That's
Should I try it?
That's up to you. That's up to you. You've had really good luck lately.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder. The old man whistles and hums a jaunty
Dang
tune
it.
to himself.
So, the man's painting all of the banners red. These are formerly Wild Pines banners that were on all of these containers that are now
Everard's.
Everard's, who Do you kind of have a guess as to what's happened here?
I mean, Everett's the head of the union, and
Yeah.
from the sound of it, he's also like buying up all this shit. So like, it sounds like he's pitting them against each other while he makes money. Like he's benefiting somehow from this.
I'm not quizzing you to be a dick. I just don't want to give you spoilers before you figure it out. That's all.
Give me a little bit longer, I think. Let me see.
Okay, I can give you longer, or I could just tell you kind of what's been happening. It won't have any effect on the actual story, because unless we experience it through the game, you're not going to have access to those extra checks.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead and say. If it has to do with that check I just missed, go ahead. You can say.
So, the idea is that currently the whole thing is on lockdown, right? No one's allowed in or out. All of the protesting, all of the traffic jams, and everything else.
Right.
You just check the shipping manifests, and everything is coming in from foreign countries into this port in Revachol and going out to multiple other cities. What Everart's trying to do is he is taking in foreign imports, repainting them as something from his union, and shipping them out as something else.
That'll do it.
So he is thieving goods from the Wild Pines Imports Logistics Company to trade to other people for political bargaining chips, I believe.
Yikes. So, okay. So then what are they... And they're protesting what? That they're not getting paid enough? Or what's
no, the protests are a right-to-work protest. Because the union is holding the whole port basically hostage until they get what they want.
Right.
You saw the flyer. It said every person in the union a member of the board. They want every single member of the union for this dock to be a member of the board that makes every decision that happens with this dock.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubies are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Where's everyone? The harbor's
Oh,
empty.
most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
One of
So
the
no
largest
one is
international ports has been shut down for 2 whole
months?
months.
Like, fuck. So much was like, thrown into upheaval when the Ever Given got stuck in the fucking canal for, like, a week, let alone 2 months.
And you
Not
saw all
everyone
the
is
cars,
down there,
they've
of
been
course.
sitting there for 2
Mr.
months.
Everard is in his
Jesus
office,
Christ.
where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
No, he's not.
Remember,
Everard's not in his
Jean-Luc is
office.
Measurehead.
Yeah, but Everard's not there. Have we met Everard?
We have not met Everard yet.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends
Oh,
get
I'm
into?
not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Because we're suspecting that it's union people that might have hung the guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I believe original examination of the body showed that the belt, he's hung with a cargo belt
Right.
from this yard.
That's right. What did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Good for you, Leo. I love you.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Too rowdy. Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of the... Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Reminds me so much of some folk they knew. Hey Matt, how are you? Whose voice is that? I don't know. Randall, who's the voice actor behind the internal thoughts?
I will have to
Yes, yes.
check.
Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town.
Okay,
and Mr.
so
Edgar's
the
right-hand
narrator
man when
is
Mr. Everett is away.
Lenval Brown.
Huh. Can't say
And
no.
yes, this is his debut.
Holy shit. Wow. He's amazing.
Oh, he's incredible. He's also the voice of the like Cockney accent.
Oh.
He's
Okay.
the voice of the limbic system and the reptilian brain. That's
Uh-huh.
him.
Wow.
Anyone that doesn't have a portrait, he voices.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
I love him.
But
Oh.
pay attention. Pay attention.
So, okay. I'm Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar is right-hand man when Mr. Everett... Okay, so they're working together. Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady. Okay. Real pretty lady
So-
with skin like the... Oh. Wait. Like that lady we saw smoking a freaking cigarette at the beginning of this goddamn game?
No.
Oh.
But I can't
What-
listen
what-
to the radio
what
all the
color are
time.
candy
There's so
bars?
much to do around here, and I'm
Oh, they're
always
black,
busy
yeah.
keeping things running here.
I don't know, it could be white
Yes, I
chocolate.
am. Yes, I am.
It's not. It's not. It's a dark-skinned woman. Who have we met that is a dark-skinned woman?
The gal who runs or was over by the flower shop, I think.
Yes, the one who you're wearing her gloves right now.
Yeah.
So I want you to make a mental note because it might not even come up later, but
okay,
know that she's Union.
Okay. Yeah. There's so much around here. Hold on. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the
Oh.
river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The Union has a lawyer with them.
Yep. You're doing a great job around here.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
You know, it's interesting that you said that it had to be persuaded, and that was the only way to open the container, and that it would make sense after I do that.
Hey man, it's probably empty.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
But what if it isn't?
I'm looking for the leader of the Doctor.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school, we did, when we were boys. Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
2 joint containers on your right. Oh, okay, so we
Bye-bye
haven't been in
now.
there yet.
Okay. I want to let you know that meeting with the union boss is a boss fight.
Shit, okay.
In the same way that talking to Measurehead can be a boss fight.
Wow, it smells like blood. Smells like blood, huh? I can't open this. Ooh, maybe I can.
Cane cutters might help.
You you cut out in your Discord. Was that a good thing?
Yeah, you found the Fallen Ultra Series gloves. Fallen is kind of like the Nike of this universe.
Oh, that's fun. Half-light? Unfiltered contact. Okay.
You'll remember Half-Light's kind of like your flight or fight or flight instincts. Oh wait, check the coffee table. Forgot to check the table.
What coffee table?
To the left. That one right there.
Oh.
See? That's $1.20. That's $1.10.
Okay, so
There's
we
even
don't
more,
want
I
to go
think.
in here yet.
You can go in there, just know that it's gonna be like a fight. Kind of.
Like a fight, like how
You're
Measurehead was?
you're gonna be locked in.
Got it.
It's the sort of thing where you can make mistakes and they can't harm you. But honestly, you're fine to go in now. It wouldn't be a big deal. I just want you to know that you're up against something that's a little formidable. That's
I mean, should we go talk to Miss Beaufort first?
No. Take care of this while you're here.
Okay. Yeah, Kim's smirking like, told you. Coffee in giant thermoses is still lukewarm. Stair made of pallets leaning up. Oh. Okay, Kim.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated
Ugh.
behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
I really don't like how his eyes are drawn here.
Is designed to look like a very specific European politician.
Ah, okay.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He's with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Huh.
I'm Everard
Tiny chair.
Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
Reminds me of my old boss.
You go ahead, detective.
You go ahead.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Remember, you don't know your actual name.
Right. I forgot that we don't fucking know. Our name is Henry Dubois or Harry. Take a seat or I think I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
should I go about this, man? What do you suggest?
I think you gotta sit down in the chair.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink.
Damn, this chair is uncomfortable. Try to win. Should I?
Remember one of the key things of the game. You're a cop.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot as a police officer.
Right.
Most people will turn a blind eye to pretty much anything.
Right.
But also keep in mind, this is kind of like a thing where you need to keep your cool. If you crack, you will suffer in this conversation. Is I guess the
Right,
best
I
way I
can't-
can. It's the best way I can
can't
say.
let on that I'm struggling right now. I gotta be as.
So tell
If
me,
you take too
how can the
many
head
moral
of the Debardairs
hits,
Union help a
your
representative
stats are
of the
gonna go
Revachol
down.
Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be
Oh,
the
God.
most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Absolutely common.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and
Well,
patch
before
over your
you click,
differences with a
let's just-
cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Okay,
You're trying to buy
So-
us.
he is 100% bribing you right now.
Yeah.
It is literally a giant novelty check. Just so it is completely obvious, then you can see who the money is from, who the money is to, and how much this money is.
Right.
Also, chair violating your backside. You'll notice you've taken a hit to your physical.
Yeah. Can I take
So
something?
go to
I
your
can't.
stats. So, I believe you are currently taking damage to physique. I want to say. I don't know if this is affecting all
Yeah,
of your stats.
It was pain threshold. I remember.
Yeah, I believe you're going to suffer a negative buff to your stats
Right.
if you don't heal yourself.
Which I can't
'Cause, like-
because I can't take anything.
No, you can.
Oh. Okay.
So you used a Nosafed there. That's how you can heal mid boss fight. You just
Got
used
it.
a potion.
Okay. I mean, that's good.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money.
Yeah, also,
You
you
need
know
it.
Gart, the guy who works at the hotel that the body showed up at? Weird.
Mhm.
Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it. I'm good. I do not fucking trust that
Okay.
at all.
I will tell you. This is this will totally work. You can totally take this and everything's fine. But it's just you completely relinquishing your principles as a cop, taking the most obvious bribe of only 25 real.
Yeah. Psh. Keep it. I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I'm between these two. I'm not worried. I got this. How do you... yeah. How do you know about my... No, that shows... Like... That shows that he has the upper hand, because it's like... That's desperation.
Sure.
I'm not worried. I got
Are you
this.
all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you
Oh, no.
left it loaded.
You took a hit to
You
your
didn't
morals.
lose a loaded
I
gun.
know, he took that
Local
before.
children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Fuck, I shouldn't have sat. I should
Welcome
not
to the
have
boss
sat.
fight.
I shouldn't have sat.
You are a cop that has lost a loaded gun.
Fuck.
The leader of the union knows it's gone.
Oh, fuck. Kim.
Officer,
Kim?
we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Fuck!
Okay.
Oh my god.
Composure 5. 25%?
God, you're sweating.
Fuck.
Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about
Mr.
to cry.
Dubois, you don't...
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Get out of the fucking chair! Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. You know what, though? That gets me out of the chair. I don't know what to do!
It's not gonna matter that much.
Will this get me out of the chair?
You're still in the boss fight.
Ugh. Okay, so I can't find a way out of the chair without the boss fight ending.
Just pick your way to move forward.
Mr. Dubois,
Less video
are
game,
you
more
okay?
novel.
Can I get you a glass of water?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him.
Great.
He's Mr. Dubois.
As you're just sliding down the chair, you're gonna make a throwing motion with your hands to
Jesus.
get this bullshit conversation away from you because you're having a panic attack.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it...
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer question. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help
Okay.
you regain some of your lost...
You survived the first attack. Now it's time to interview this man about the murder.
Looking into your... I want to talk about the hanging. What's in the container that's outside of your office? Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
You don't have a window. He doesn't. There isn't one.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Didn't even have to roll a death saving throw. Doing great.
Oh, wait, hang on. Check your stats again. You're not at full, Okay, huh. I don't know at what point you start taking, emotional damage and it starts affecting your skills, but that is a thing. It is a thing, I know.
Okay. Emotional damage. I imagine probably if I hit 0 in these.
Well, if you hit 0, you die.
Ah, fun. Okay.
But you want to keep those topped up typically.
Her volition specifically is at 2.
Oh yeah, because your base is supposed to be 3. Right, it's specifically volition and endurance. That's what I forgot. So your volition is actually lower because you've taken morale damage, because your volition stat is also your emotional health bar.
Right.
So you might want to top yourself up for your morale stat as well. There we go. Yeah. So.
What's in the container? At the
My
trader
dear
office?
Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Okay. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors.
Is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
Inland Empire is literally telling you there is gameplay if you go here. I understand you might be a little bummed that you're having to do something for this corrupt guy, but trust me, stuff is there.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry? Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
Why do I get the sense he means Leo?
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Damn it, fine, I'll look into it, but we need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
You call me Mr. Dubois.
Of course.
Why?
Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's really
My
lame.
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory's fine, I'm just testing
So
you.
good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. with my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Okay, so the red check for what's in that folder. We've already got a bonus from some of the stuff that we've seen before. Our perception gives us some more bonuses. So, the choices that we make can affect our ability to look at that folder, but it is based on our drama.
I have the glasses on to add to my drama.
No, they take away from your drama.
They do? What?
Yes, currently your glasses, I believe they take away from your drama and they add to your, I want to say they add to your visual calculus.
Oh, I think you're right. Okay. Should I?
So ask him questions about the folder, because remember, we're trying not to let him know that we're self-conscious about...
this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious.
Oh, thank
May
you,
I
Kim.
have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue,
okay, we're getting stuff. Maybe what kind of cop does it say
Harry,
I am?
You're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
Okay. Number one is, if we want to do Superstar Cop, number one's the one you want to go for.
I mean, that's kind of what we've been leaning towards.
Of course
They-
I do,
they
Harry.
wanna make it super
And I'm gonna help you
obvious.
shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
The giant neon sign reading Harry Dubois, hanging from the Cavalson crane. Somewhere in Mirova, a beautiful woman sees the bright glow on the horizon and says to herself, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have left him."
I think that's as best. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. Beyond asking these things, well, unless that will help me. I don't think they will.
Well, let's see where they
It's
go.
Harry. Harry Dubois.
Wait, I thought you were Harry.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry. And I can work with you, Harry. Now,
Okay, that
what
didn't-
else can I... But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay. Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one
Okay.
peep of family in here.
I will say,
Unless you think you're a family
Hang on.
man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
okay, if you ask a really dumb question, he's going to say a naughty word. Just fair warning. It's a bit of an iconic moment that's supposed to be a, hey, don't get your shit twisted. This is still a bad person.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's not something that they would need to necessarily bleep, but it's not a nice word.
Never mind.
Family, Harry, is the most important thing in the world.
Okay, cool. If you asked him, like, if he knew stuff about your family, that I think would have resulted in a loss. This might be the best that we've got for now. Or we could come back to the folder later.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. Yes,
lost gun.
your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's
You
just
have
a
it.
matter of time and
He has it.
effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding
Yeah.
your gun hostage.
Wait. So, the first check here has no quotes. This is you talking back to rhetoric. That's in
Right.
your head. So you could ask Rhetoric the question of like, could he
Who
really
knows?
hold the gun hostage?
Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I don't want to do that. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. Oh, fuck. What do you think, dude?
Choice needs to be made.
You're my Kim. What do I do?
The choice needs to be made.
Oh, I hate this. Okay.
At
Harry,
one point
Harry,
during the game,
I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood.
okay,
Kids could be
yeah,
playing
it's just,
gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
The lieutenant
Okay,
is
so Kim
concerned
came in.
about the lost
Yeah.
gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
okay. So Mr. Everard is not going to. You're not enlisting the help of Everard Clare to find your gun. We're going to find it yourself.
Sure. That's where we were at first.
Yeah.
Looking into
This,
I
this
don't know
man.
what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about, and he doesn't care either.
Okay.
Let's hear it, Harry.
Okay. Are we gonna take the look at the folder?
Yep.
As you look at the folder,
Fuck yeah.
Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry
Yes,
Dubois.
that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Okay.
Wait.
Now.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering
Number-
how...
Number 2.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
Okay. You lived!
I
Congratulations! You survived the boss fight. Is there anything that you can loot from his office?
Without talking to him? No, it looks like it's all
Okay.
just...
It's worth a check. But yeah, you did a good job. You did a good job. We lived through the boss fight. So that can go so much worse.
Ugh.
That was pretty much like best case scenario right there. You found out your name. You know that your gun is loose and loaded somewhere on the streets. You should really do something about that.
Yeah, I should. The chair can
so-
kill you. Yeah, no kidding. Do I have to sit in that chair? Is that
Yes,
your
you have to
requirement?
sit in the chair. The chair is 100% a requirement if you're talking to Everett, I believe. Past a certain point, he just says, look, I'm not going to talk to you unless you sit in this chair. Oh wait, did the thing give you a bonus to talking
You're
open
back
the
before
container?
the cargo container.
No, it's still
Its
locked.
drawer has not lessened.
One more point.
Okay,
I think we leveled up also, didn't we?
maybe? 80...
Okay, no level up. Oh, but your thought cabinet was flashing, was it?
Yeah, This
Oh,
one got all bumped.
Turn back on Superstar Cop. We turned it off for the fight. Yeah, that one's almost done.
Yeah, I have 20 skill points away.
Okay. You can get that soon, no problem.
How do I...
Down the stairs.
Okay. Nope. Down. There we go.
Yes. If you're using mouse for movement, right?
I'm using WASD.
Okay. You can also use mouse, and you can just click and hold for directions.
Okay. But do we know what door he wants to be open?
You said yes, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay, it should be in your task list. He said talk to Manana.
Oh, right.
There it is.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Nice
It's
enough.
but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
And you killed the
The
hangman?
mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The man whispers a jaunty tune, a coastal breeze.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I don't know, some whistleblowers, I think. I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something
Are
about
you a
weasel.
hustle grinder?
I said a weasel. It didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean.
Racism.
I'll be in the store for myself. I'm opening it for
So,
working men.
this is giving you opportunities to say that it's for a political ideology, so you can get points in that political ideology.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. What you're looking
So,
for
that
is
gave
the
you
basement door
communism
behind the
points.
greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Okay. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for, who he is, and what they're fighting for. Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Breakthrough imminent.
Your share?
Aye.
Wait. So not. Wait, it's not pension.
This stuff, they already covered.
However much you feed the wolf.
The wolf always wants more. I like wolves.
How much of a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
What can you tell me
I
about
think
him?
it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
Who's bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
desk seemed lavish to
He
me.
is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Are you a communist?
I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Yikes. You shouldn't take what's not yours.
Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us.
So you spent a lot of time thinking about the
Sure.
situation.
I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
That doesn't sound that
So-
cool. That sounds antiquated. Passe. It's not disco.
So this guy is like how you follow disco. He's following a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code. This guy is on another level. He is so dedicated to his way of life and way of thinking. This is like a coworker that's like so hardcore Buddhist, and you talk to them, and then just like out of nowhere they're like, I don't even watch the news, man. That shit's not even real. I'm exploring the psychic plane at this point.
Yeah,
You're all way
astral
too
projecting.
corporeal for my thinking.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's following a code. He's a fucking cowboy, is basically what he says, man. I'm a fucking cowboy. Prairie's wide enough for everybody. I just want to go and not have my time be wasted by any of you fuckers.
Yep. Maybe I'm a Boyadero?
No,
No. But
no. The man sits on the railing.
You
his
are
hands
not a
reaching far
Boyadero.
and wide. Yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Master of his
Some
domain,
kind of superstar.
ooh,
if I may.
yes.
They say the world isn't ready for
Oh,
a
never
rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls.
Yikes.
It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Hell yeah, dude.
Might as well
Fuck
launch
that
it.
shit. Celebrity and iconicness.
Oh boy.
So, you are going to... Your learning cap has raised no matter what. So now, it's as if those, the superstar stats,
Uh-huh.
sorry, I'm trying to read which ones it was. Right,
Visual
so
calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, composure.
those all operate as if you have level 6 in those skills. Or you can at least train yourself to that level, which is insane, because otherwise you would have to put that many points into your physical abilities, right? Because your motorics is 4. That means that 4 is the level cap for any of your motoric skills. It's a good buff, I'll say that. You're losing a little bit of logic for a lot of potential growth in the future. And you're a superstar.
And I'm a fucking superstar.
Hell
The
yeah.
tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears.
Yay! I have 10 real.
Nice. And how much do you need?
I don't know. Pay for
Pay
damages.
for damages?
I don't know how. If you're unsure how much you owe, ask Gart.
So, you will have to pay for the damages. That is going to be important. You can accidentally softlock yourself on day one if you don't find a way to make the money. Usually it's for the Whirling and Rags thing. Eventually, Kim can also bail you out, I believe.
Oh, hey!
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
So, nothing new there.
Let's see. Okay, so borscht. That was something.
Yes, the borscht at the Whirling and Rags.
And then the greenhouse behind the Whirling and Rags?
Yes.
Okay. Greenhouse is over here.
And remember, it was behind the greenhouse. So you've got to get over that fence somehow.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret
Hey.
door hidden
Hell
behind the
yeah.
panels of Eternite. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Oh, hey.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Oh yeah, Kim. I don't know how to get rid of this little whirling thingy.
Oh, you're holding
Oh.
down a key.
Alright. Whoa. Pursuit of magnesium supplement. Cured pig's head looks mummified. Yellow
Be
bone
still, my beating heart. It's
Oh, no.
amphetamine.
No.
Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I was just thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective?
Do you want to be,
Oh my
do you
God.
want to be Denzel Washington in Training Day?
Oh God.
Perhaps
Do you
not.
want to pressure your
This is
fellow
below our pay
cop
grade,
into
detective.
taking drugs?
However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Out of the way or get fucked up. Okay.
Remember, Fallen is the equivalent of Nike.
Oh, that's funny. Those are half full of rainwater.
Okay, so it got you onto the roof, it doesn't get you over the fence. But you can keep climbing further, I will say. No, the southeast. Follow the ramp, yeah. Go, whenever you're in doubt, try to go around the border area of something, and that's where you'll find all the doors. Okay,
That's it in here.
that's it up here.
Can I get up here? No, I can't.
Yes, actually, I think you can. See where Kim just walked up? Yeah.
Oh. Jeez. Oh my gosh, please. Please go up it. Please. No, don't turn around.
WASD might help.
That's what I'm doing. Ah! Okay.
Cool.
Sheesh.
So normally you would have to jump off of this roof.
To get
If
in
you
there?
if you don't take out Measurehead, you have to jump off this roof onto the area below.
Oh, that's funny.
So
Oh,
now
yeah,
you can just
that's
go
where we
back the
came
way you
through.
came.
Okay. I see where we
Yeah,
came
this
from
is
now.
just another way to get into the dock. This is the way you have to go.
Got it. Okay. But we still have to get behind.
Yeah, so it looks like we got to do a little more exploration. We covered so little of this game. Oh my gosh.
I know, man. Ugh. Okay. Dude, stop. Okay. Let's go see what the hell this whole Porsche thing is about, and how much I owe, because I'm currently at 12.52. Oh, that's someone new.
Yeah, time has passed.
Money, you know. Don't I know
That
it?
guy just kind of says stuff if you talk to him.
Can I help you?
So about that,
Yes. Have you got it?
I'll show you
A
again.
lot. A lot. For the room,
130?
drinks, and broken window, 130 real. Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me. What
Talk about.
thing?
Saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. Yes?
So, nothing new. You can come back to Gart to ask him more stuff about the work. He's kind of like, if you want more information regarding the hub area, he's kind of the guy to talk to, in the same way that Evrart is a person to talk to.
Okay. Let's see.
But hey, the kitchen door's open.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. It must be his name. Garancy.
Shit.
Garancy
Uh-oh.
Kubek. Sounds representative.
Hello, sir. Got
The
time?
man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive
He
cuts there.
smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Stay masculine. Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words
boy.
and lively
Interview
gestures.
this guy who doesn't speak
Then
your
he
language.
falls silent again.
Isn't that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Sorry, I don't understand
Just
you.
one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow
Say yes, I
arched.
believe.
Horse need more vodka?
Knew it! I knew it! I knew there was alcohol.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits.
Yep.
Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then alter some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No vodka. Got it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Yep. Stay masculine. You're telling him stay masculine because that's
Lonesome,
literally the only
long
thing you
way
know
home.
about him.
It's funny.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learning cap for perception raised by 5. Speed gives you 1 psi.
So you get, if you take speed, you get an extra bonus point to all of your psychic skills.
I can up something.
This one's up to you.
boy.
There's only a couple skills that I would say are gonna be not fun or interesting.
I feel like we really need to up our physique. Because right now we're doing pretty okay in these. Maybe
I honestly
logic.
think 2 physique is fine.
Maybe up our logic a bit. That or suggestion.
Suggestion could be good.
There's also
Logic, some more
savoir-faire.
logic might be good. Savoir-faire could definitely help us out later. Reaction speed has some really cool stuff. Also, yeah, good thing. Just look at the white checks you want to roll.
What's the one for the door? That's
The
suggestion,
door
isn't
was
it?
rhetoric.
Rhetoric. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm between logic or rhetoric.
At this point, go rhetoric because we've already got a hit to logic, so trying to make up for that hit with skill points makes less sense than trying to capitalize on something we're already going to do better at.
Is there anything else you'd suggest?
Composure's one of my favorite skills. It's just my personal favorite one of them. Shivers is always going to be good. Any points in Shivers are never bad points. That's if you want this to be like the fucking book that it is. That's where you'll just talk to the city, and the city will give you cutscenes. Not literal cutscenes,
cool.
but book cutscenes. Visual calculus also incredible. That's the reason why I pushed you so far into that, just because I think the visual calculus stuff's super neat.
Okay.
But yeah, so Shivers is good, Rhetoric's good, Drama's good, Conceptualization's cool if you want to do like artsy stuff. Authority has some interesting outcomes. Physical Instrument is funny, but politically, that only game I can say this. The political alignment of one of my skills makes him kind of a dickhead to interact with sometimes. So,
Gotcha. What about
reaction
Inland
speed is
Empire?
cool. Oh yeah, Inland Empire is also cool. Inland Empire will give you some like devil on your shoulder suggestions and let you like see and hear some stuff that's not there. Inland Empire is also always good points.
I'm gonna up Shivers.
Okay. Good point.
Okay. I'll take that.
see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The
So,
cobalt blue
Inland
surface
Empire is
feels
telling
rough
you
to
that
touch.
specifically, I
The
think.
stainless steel
Blue
door
items
is
in the
flush
game
with its
are more
frame
likely to
on
be linked
every
with
side.
Inland Empire as a skill.
Old cobalt
Blue is
paint,
for mystery.
rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Out of duty, we might find something pertinent.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
Yeah, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this.
Oh,
The
no.
cafeteria.
Yeah, he's gonna tell us. But at least we have Kim on our side for it.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely
He totally
not
wants to know.
convincing.
I know you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little.
That's the other reason why
But my
I like
job
composure.
doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of
An
the
important thing I
cafeterias
learned about the
manage.
game, the skills might not be correct, but they will never lie to you if
So
you
I haven't
succeed a
opened
check.
it. I have cleaned the whole place 100
They might have
times
wrong
over.
information, but
After
they
the
won't
anime.
lie to you if you
And I haven't found a
succeed
key,
the check.
so good luck with that. Yes?
God, he really does have Squidward energy. Okay.
Oh, totally, 100%.
What? He's behind the greenhouse in the yard. Basement door.
Let's do some walking. Let's walk to a place you haven't been. Go outside.
I do need to use the restroom.
Oh, so do I, actually.
Yeah, let's...
And the stream has been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we are listening to the best track on the soundtrack.
Yeah, we'll hang here. We'll hang here. Everybody just hang tight. Give us 2 seconds. We'll be right back, okay? All right. Okay. I'm back. We're back. At least I am. Yeah. All right, let's walk around a little.
Oh, I have also returned.
Hey. All right.
So,
Hi, back.
something that I might recommend that you do is zoom out the camera a bit.
Oh shit.
You have, go to your thought cabinet. I believe Lonesome Long Way Home.
Yeah.
I believe that one also specifically lets you zoom out further, I want to say.
Oh.
Or that might be a different thought. But
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law.
that is a capo type you can be a law cop.
Oh my gosh.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Not really. I can't ask
Bye,
you.
kid.
Sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
The
Good
name of the
trooper you
bookstore
are.
is Crime, Romance,
Oh
and
my
Biographies of Famous People.
Oh my god, it totally is. I didn't even realize. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Such a good trooper you are. Already learning the value of hard work. Maybe I should have a word
Oh
with
no,
this store.
no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Maybe at school or
I
something?
do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Schools. What is school anyway?
What is school anyway, small child? Let's get philosophical about it.
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
The gale wind blows in from the coast, a wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere,
What is the
a clamor
feeling?
rings
Yes,
through
let
the
shivers
honeycomb
take
of
hold.
classroom. Remorse. The parquet of assembly halls. The rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. A girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling. You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear...
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
And how's this business doing?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed, you say?
What way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up! Yeah, kid, come on, let's cuss.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
I should probably look into this.
We can go into the bookstore and
Yeah,
ask about
the drama.
case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest
It
itself?
does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No
Yeah,
such thing.
Let's bring an EKG meter or
Anything
whatever
else
the
you
hell
wanted
those
to
things
talk
are.
about, sir?
EDP.
Now we just really want some fan art of Harry and Kim as ghost hunters or as Watcher.
Oh, that exists.
Just go like, hey,
They might also
demons,
be
it's me,
smooching, but that exists.
ya boy. Oh yeah, totally. Not about the curse. books.
Maybe
for
I can
now.
tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is.
Are you going to ask this little girl? How much faith in humanity are you going to shake in this small child by appearing as a policeman and asking her basic questions as if you do not know and you are desperate for this child's help?
Oh, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going. Why would anyone want to read about crime? I want to know crime. It's that bad.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
I don't want to read about
It's
crime.
exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Huh. Oh, what is it?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Oh. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, and then I decided to live a little. Wow, look at the guy. He'll never be as good as Mullen. Decided to... live a little.
What's that mean?
You know, cut loose, raise hell,
And
blow
everything's better now, sir?
Is everything better? Is everything better?
Just like slowly glances to my portrait in the corner. Sure.
That's great, sir.
Oh.
Yes.
You know, nobody actually looks at the guy in the picture. This is just stupid fantasy.
She looks at Dick Mullen, frowning. He isn't even drawn right.
He hasn't even drawn right.
Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, you're gonna talk shit about this girl's favorite comic book hero.
Oh, no, I didn't know that was her. No.
This is you telling her that Spider-Man is stupid.
Oh, no.
Batman fucking sucks. It's unrealistic. You stupid small child.
She examines the picture, trying to find whatever is wrong with it. She then shrugs and puts the book aside.
Good. Don't let this
Unconvinced.
deranged man tell you what is and isn't
Yes,
good.
good job, Annette.
That's just no way to cop. I can do it better than
Sure
Dick
you
Mullen.
can, sir. He's just a fictional character. He'll be no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the book.
Ooh. Hey, can you, deduce stuff about this small child?
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your
What
hands
do you
folded?
mean, sir?
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
Remember,
She
you're talking
brings
to a
out
child.
her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your
And
nails.
you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
It's super simple for a detective such as myself. No, I have a feeling that Kim's gonna be like, later when I'm like, Kim, help! He's gonna be like, what? You can't do it, Mr. Super Amazing Detective?
Go for number 2.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Okay. I'll tell you. Number 1 might get. Remember, you're talking to a child. Number 1 might get a little real.
Uh-huh. Okay.
She
Or number
nods,
2,
half
you might.
provocative, half enthusiastic.
Okay.
You're uptight because your mother put in the pressure she puts on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Another ace? You're stressed out because your mom puts too much pressure on you. Haha, you're so smart.
Another ace
It was
deduction.
okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
I think so. Fine. Do something
You're
about
quite
me.
sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not
intensely
flinching.
not flinching.
It takes effort.
He's just...
It takes effort not to flinch at the fact that a child just called you who woke up from a bender today sober.
Oh my god.
You might recall that mere hours ahead of time, he said, no, you're still very drunk from the night before.
Yeah. Wait. And I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation
What are we
suddenly
missing here?
feels familiar.
So,
somehow.
suggestion, you can talk to this girl and there's information that she has. You can try to coax it out of her, but remember, white checks might be a little embarrassing.
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about when everyone is poor? Having a poor man getting a rich
It
lady?
happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
Commentary on gender in modern media.
How about both men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
But what if it's written really
well?
Maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
How about when everyone
That's
is poor?
really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, poor people are boring. Sometimes you have to write about real life
Not
things.
in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
You know what? Exactly. Bridgerton is something that I can escape into, and I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Everybody needs their escapism, and we shouldn't feel guilty about it, unless it
No.
actively hurts you, and then maybe you should stop. That's a separate conversation. What
Yeah.
about book where man and lady business?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah? Think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination. Only it's really long and drawn out. Scar for life. Phantom limb!
No, I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask Mom.
Yes, she knows books. Definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
Maybe some about other books?
Still a little low.
Who are these
Oh,
famous people?
kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading doesn't make the readers more famous,
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Famous for vain people. These famous people
Remember,
sound like
you're
a
the
bunch
superstar
of
cop.
dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, you heard me. Only losers waste their time with that gun. No, I'm gonna call a fucking child a loser.
Okay.
Alright, let's try this.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Oh. I can retry it though.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand what it's about. Boyadero.
Yeah, there it is again. There is a whole universe around what's happening here. Like, this is a whole thing, and it is so incredibly deep and impressive.
These Arda, they are all about lake trout.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name.
It's
Dick
like
Mullen
Jack Ryan.
over and over. A couple of
Sure,
speed
Sherlock
novels
Holmes.
hide amidst all the detective books. thrilling tales of
Sherlock
spycraft
Holmes,
and daring do.
or James
Crime
Bond.
fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
Oh my god.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their life. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Oh god, no.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
No, you can actually buy the books and thumb through them on your off time in the game.
That's funny. Tome of Fascist Magic, rather candid.
Yeah.
A plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Or what is it?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
Thought it was all about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meaning.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
Do you recommend
Certainly.
it?
It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one? Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Should I
Okay,
get it?
so Inland Empire is telling you that this is a book that could be important. I will tell you this. This is a big lore thing for the universe.
Okay.
You can come back and pick this up later.
I was gonna say I need as much money as I can to stay another night, and it's already $3.52.
I'll save you some time. An innocence is basically the saint equivalent in this universe,
Got it. Okay.
according to a religion in this universe.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or in wholeness, unity, balance. On the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Oh boy.
Wow, huh?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Oh, find something truly otherworldly.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale. The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted. The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik, or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale. It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation. It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired. Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health. For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
So, the Pale is another massive lore thing for this universe. I will tell you, it is super interesting and unique. You specifically, knowing you, will like the Pale. It's kind of Lovecraftian.
Ooh, okay.
I'll tell you this, there is a certain character you need to talk to, and she's going to be a wealth of information about the world. You just gotta get to her.
Okay.
The sooner, the better.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's getting late. What time?
Oh, wait. Go back.
Oh.
Check the maps.
Maps? What maps? Oh.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead.
Yeah.
You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Look at the edges or squint?
Either one. You'll probably
You
get a chance to
can,
choose
on
both.
Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On Archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the
There's so much
northeast azimuth.
words.
Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
Okay, do you want to know what the Pale is? Imagine in like a real-time strategy game, the fog of war. The shit that exists that you can't go through, you can't see through, that's the Pale. It is a second layer beyond distance that exists that separates everything. Imagine if you weren't just separated by coastlines and oceans, or, you know, borders. There was another thing that existed that kept you separate. That's what the isolas are. And the azimuths. They're words for continents that exist within this other layer of this world.
Huh. So Kim's family is from those places that are like within the Pale. Or
They're
like
beyond
separated
the
by
Pale. You have to travel through the Pale to get there, I believe. Something kind of like that.
Okay.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars.
Impossible encyclopedia.
Gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river.
Have to call it pretty
It
soon.
is the river Esperance.
Oh yeah, of course.
A little bit
Countless
later, but
bridges put
let's
the shards back together,
conclude
connecting
this
city
little-
blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Rivershow East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. You feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock and close to Coal City.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one
That's
available.
fine.
The other two are not for sale anymore. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is it
This
on Martinez?
you should buy.
Okay. Yeah.
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Oh, I could try to steal it.
Do you want to steal something that is worth literally less than $1?
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Okay, now go to the white check menu. Your journal. Map. You now finally have a map of the area. This is the game world. It's literally this obfuscated.
Wow.
So, obviously, what she said is true. This is basically a tourist map of a renovation idea they conceptualized but never went all the way through with.
Huh. Yeah, it's not even a real one.
Yeah. But it's the closest thing you're gonna get to a map in this game.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtain.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Okay. Now, if we still want to do some cool stuff before we head out, I think this is a place to go.
Yeah.
Fuck this bitch. Don't listen to a word she
Pull the
says.
curtains
She
open.
sucks. She treats her kid like shit.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're dumb if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Is this about the curse? Is that why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police
Why?
officer.
It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
Beyond the threshold. I don't care. You can't stop me.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. You see a tattered set of curtains and a
Rip
polyhedron
them
shaped
apart this
cage-like
time
trinket.
for real.
Should I look at the fucking thing
I
above
mean,
it?
yeah, sure.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Cool. Okay. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. This used to be a salon. You're looking at them. Unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Oh, fuck off.
A heavy door with a missing
That's
handle
Endurance
stands
talking
before
to you. Endurance is a
covered
little
in dozens,
homophobic.
if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Only an echo. A hollowed out, dark
Okay,
echo.
wait. Now, leave. What's good at opening things that you might have in your inventory?
Oh, shit.
Sometimes tools can be helpful. I don't actually know if it's helpful in this case, but I'm pretty sure it does. Also, you will be needing the flashlight at some point in the future.
Okay.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands.
Okay.
Wait, why can't I use it?
It might be the other one. Also, I could just be completely wrong about this door. Yeah, it might be the crowbar? Who knows?
It is the crowbar. That's what I have.
No, I'm saying, like, our chain cutters. I could be completely wrong. I think you might actually have to break this one down.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds,
Always
of little
having
oddly
it.
shaped
Holy shit, your
trinkets
luck is
and charms.
insane. Also,
appears to be-
ow.
Ow.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side.
Ow.
But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Fuck, this is... Freeze, dirtbags. Hands up now. Fuck it.
Heal. Heal your health. Heal your health.
Yeah.
There you go. Just pick one.
Jesus Christ. Oh, hey.
Cool. So now is the time. Pull out the flashlight.
Okay.
What is this place?
It's an adventure. Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now,
you're not gonna find any empty bottles out here, so you could probably put away the bag if you wanted to.
Okay. Sidious Fortis. Shot football. Oh, I can sell that. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Oh no.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Oh, yeah.
Why does it feel so familiar?
So look at.
Oh.
Is it familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars
you're
on the
right.
barbell.
The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
You can try to lift it.
I'm gonna try. Fuck.
Oh boy, let's see how this goes. Rip your back.
Oh no. Well.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Whatever, weightlifting is really intellectually impaired anyway. Fuck you, you stupid
Weightlifting
barbell.
was never my favorite either. At the station gym,
shit.
I mean. I prefer running. Here's your hand.
Well, I just hurt myself 2 times.
You hurt yourself emotionally and physically by trying to pick up those weights.
Okay, stairs.
Okay. The area that you're going into is gonna have a lot of reading.
Okay.
Not like in a bad way, just there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up.
Demi-Jean.
Did we go here last time?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't think we've ever been in here. Oh, cool. Hate that.
Trust me, this is the scariest it gets.
They're the clothes it used to display. Moth pit.
Remember, blue. Blue is Inland Empire stuff.
Yeah.
50.
I'll take that. Sure. Slipstream. This Emma's alt.
On the left. The cabinets top.
Oh. Nice. Oh. Whoa.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You
Oh
make
my
out
God.
autumnal candle Welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Are they doing D&D in
Translucent
here?
Welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether Welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the Welkins, towering
one way to
among the
summon
rest,
D&D.
appears to be different, however. It's
Keep looking.
Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why did anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
That is a welcome surprise.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Were they real?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Well, this has been educational. Let's move on
Just
to the
look at those
Vulcans.
details. So much effort.
Oh, he likes it.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brute. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for detail." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and
Seems
"Heat
like something
death
for a
of the
radio
universe."
show.
The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its
So
bosom.
you'll find out more about
Snowflakes in
this
the wind.
through
An
some more
old
stuff in
woman
this room.
passes what the locals
But
call
Yeah.
the doomed
this
commercial
is
area.
basically
She tries hard.
this is
not to look
basically a
at the
dead
store
game
windows.
studio that you just walked into, and that was the last business that took up next door.
That's really funny. Well,
But remember how you were reading all of the dots on the call sheet
This
at the
appears to be
door
some kind of
downstairs?
machine with
A radio computer.
yeah.
Just
I know it
sitting
was
here
months ago,
without anyone
but
in
all
sight.
Yeah.
of those names are places that have been here. So there's all the ski equipment
he
for the ski
means is that
guys, and then the
these things
slipline
cost
people
money.
were making.
Why would anyone just leave?
They were making airplane parts, and there
This
was
is
the
the
gym.
Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
We have one of these down at the station, but I never
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static
This'll be the last
seeps
thing we
through
do,
the machine's
but
plain
Okay. I wanna
magnetic
see where this
drive.
goes.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Why did you call me? What's the production?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put? Oh, right.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
What the hell? Password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you
No.
give me a hint? Is it my birthday?
Still no.
This is the police. Please
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
Is it something I have to find?
Received. I will register this login.
Don't worry. Past
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me
Fortress
Fortress
accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
It's incredible how this woman sounds exactly like a person I would hear on the phone.
Yeah,
Like-
some tiny grandma operating a radio receiver station.
Yeah.
One moment. Fortress accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive calling radio games.
That's not bad.
Wow. So
Any other questions?
What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive.
74.
I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
My partner
Okay, but
tells
where
me-
are you? How did you? So
Yeah.
Kim's
I
trying
work
to help you.
as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress accident.
Let's try the
Thank
password.
you.
Tiles
Oh,
on the
alright,
cube
yeah.
are still smoldering, casting the
You can leave, you
framework
can leave.
in a
The password's gonna be somewhere in this room.
Yeah. We'll get to that when we come back, but oh man. Yeah, we
Oh
gotta
no,
keep
do a big boy save. We need more than a quick save here.
Yeah. I'll
There you go.
Oh man.
Good stream.
Good
3 whole
stream.
hours of disco.
Yeah, man. And I feel like we only scratched the surface of it. But we did
Oh,
two
yeah.
boss fights, so I'll pat ourselves in the back for that one.
This game takes place over the course of, I believe, 4 days.
Oh wow.
And we are currently on day 1 of... It's technically an infinite amount, but 4 days after it starts. New things happen each day, but I think it's after the 4th or 5th day, stuff stops happening that's new, and you can just kind of play as long as you want.
That's cool. Yeah. I'm interested. I want to keep going.
Oh,
This
there's
is
so
good.
much more, especially if you like the world, because I think it's hilarious how there's a fake D&D style world thing going on inside this game that's a
Yeah.
commentary on the video game production cycle and just as a whole the experience that the game was to put together.
Yeah, no kidding. It's really interesting. I love the bits of the slight hinting at more that this has. I think that's really, really interesting. Yeah,
If
most
you
on the
thought
nose
the
they can
pale
make
was
it. Yeah.
cool, wait till next time.
I'm excited. I'm stoked. It's gonna be really cool. And all you watching and all of you who did watch, I really hope you appreciated it as well. I hope you had a good time. It's been a second, but it felt like no time at all. I'm so glad that we got to get back to this, and I hope we keep the ball rolling because man, I really, really, really enjoyed this, and it's so good to have you back, Randall. I've missed you, buddy.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
so glad that you're
it's
back.
so good to be back. I'm so glad I could finally be here for one of these. So glad.
Yay!
Oh, things finally lined up the way they needed to.
For sure. And and hey, infinite wealth we're gonna get to at some point, I hope.
Oh
I'd
gosh.
like to, at the very least.
Yeah, I know.
We'll tackle this first. Don't
The first sequel has already come out, and they're doing another one that's based on Majima, where you
as a
play as
pirate.
him.
I saw. It's crazy.
We have so much. There is so much to go through.
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited.
Yay.
It's gonna be great. Yay and hooray. But as always, everyone, thank you so much for being here. It was so much fun to stream this game for you, and it sounds like you guys had a great time, and I really hope you did. If you are interested in seeing where we started this game, go ahead and head over to my YouTube channel. I've got it there. I will be continuing, if not this series, then the rest of my throwback series where I've been playing a lot of movie tie-in games from when I was a kid. And just whatever we're feeling like for the day. But either way, Randall, again, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that you were able to join us for this, and we'll get back to it when we can, because man, I'm into it. I'm really stoked to do more. But thank you all
I love
so much.
talking about heady intellectual bullshit with you. It's so much fun.
It's so good. But I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your evening, morning, wherever you are. I hope it's great. And as always, be good, be kind, be smart, be safe, and be you. Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, and we will see you in the next one.